When you're looking for a base that is small, does not require blueprints, yet is very well protected, the use of bunkers such as roof bunkers or stability bunkers is a good bet. And Zedge asked himself, why only use one when I combine two? The idea is not absolutely novel. In his Vault Squared, presented in September 2018, H-June combined a roof bunker and a stability bunker. The mini rockstar of Simple S showed how to combine two bunkers in a much more compact configuration, putting the concept within reach of dedicated solo players. Crimstick has been perfecting his own compact double bunker design, which he'll soon release to the public. But Zedge, playing as a solo, has been refining his own design, trying to make it as small and efficient as possible. And I believe he has found a design that is close to being the most optimal combination of those two bunkers in the most efficient configuration possible. Meet the Viking. It is intended for solos or duos, but can have up to 3 sleeping bags inside the bunker. It can be built without any blueprints. It protects your TC and one box from at least 27 rockets or about 1400 explosive ammo from any angle. At the same time, it costs just 3.5k stone, 1.5k metal fragments and 41 high qual to upkeep, which is about 4 stone nodes, 2 metal nodes and 1 recycling run. It combines 2 bunkers. The TC and 1 box are hidden inside Everhard's cross roof bunker. The main loot room contains 13 boxes and is protected by a stability bunker technique which I introduced back in February 2018 and which provides protection from 12 rockets or 600 explosive ammo. The build costs are about 20k stone, 5.3k metal and 233 HQM, which is absolutely doable even for a solo. Let's take a tour. As always, we got an airlock that allows to check all directions before leaving the base. The next 2 doors serve as additional airlock in case somebody manages to go deep. Here we find a drop chest, a workbench and a research table. Past those 2 doors we find another drop-off loot room. This gap here leads into the main loot room. It can be closed off with a stability seal, creating the first bunker. On the other side of the gap we're greeted by 3 furnaces. Above us are 3 boxes. On the right hand side we find another 5 boxes and space for more items such as a sleeping bag, the tier 3 workbench and a locker. The left hand side is closed off by doors. Behind them we find another 5 boxes, 2 more sleeping bags and in case you got the BP you can fit another locker. The doors give this room a bit of extra security as raiders cannot pass through this gap. The armored unit in the center is the inner bunker. To open it, jump onto this shelf and place a roof with the lower part towards you. Inside of the bunker, we find the TC as well as a box for your most precious loot. The base is best built from a starter. A small starter such as a 2x1 should suffice. The first step of the build is to put down the TC in order to claim the area. If you want, double check that the following footprint fits the build area. For the TC bunker, we use Everhard's cross-roof bunker design. I'd recommend to save up 1.2k metal fragments for the build so that it's immediately secure. Put the large box on the right side and the TC rotated sideways on the left side. If the TC is too close to the roof, it will be susceptible to splash damage, so keep it in the center. If you have one, place a shotgun trap above the large box like this. To access the TC, place a roof like this. The optional shotgun trap should shoot it out in case somebody sneaks up on you while accessing the TC. If you don't have the metal yet but want to be quick about claiming the spot for your base, use 1.8k stone instead. Or, if for some reason you already managed to accumulate 151 high qual, you can already upgrade the whole TC bunker to armored. Next, we're going to build another layer of walls around the bunker that will become the main loot room. This should set you back about 8.5k stone. Place raised foundations on the sides of the TC bunker like this. Add walls all around, including the gap at the back of the TC bunker. In front of the TC, place a half wall, a full wall on top, but only upgrade the full wall. This will be the entrance of the stability bunker. Add ceilings, including above the roof. Eventually, upgrade the whole core loot room apart from the floor in front of the TC to sheet metal. This should cost about 3.2k metal fragments in case you want to skip stone. On the left hand side, we will build the first main loot room in which you can store the materials for the build. To secure yourself, place 2 double doors here. Construct a makeshift shelf made out of half-height triangles. Add another wall frame in front of it. You should be able to fit 3 large boxes below and 2 large boxes on top of the shelf. Place a half wall on top of the inner side and upgrade. There will still be a gap, but the upper boxes will be out of sight of potential raiders. Close this room off with a double door. Place your sleeping bags in front of it. To make the stability bunker functional as well, place 1 lowered triangle and 2 raised square foundations behind it. Upgrade the squares to sheet metal. The left square can be a utility room. In the walkthrough I used it for more boxes, but I leave it up to you how you use it. The right square will be the crafting room. Here I put the workbench and the research table. For now, this also serves as airlock. If the double door is open, it will block the single door frame. The bunker can now be sealed overnight. Before attempting that, make sure that you have tools such as machetes or hatchets in the main loot room. Then place a half wall with the soft side facing inwards into the gap. Upgrade it to wood, otherwise it might be susceptible to splash damage or incendiary rockets. Now place a floor tile on top and upgrade it to sheet metal. To open up the bunker, spawn inside of the main loot room, grab those tools and destroy the wooden half wall which gives stability to the bunker seal. Now that the bunker is secure, let's finish the second loot room. Like in the first loot room, you should be able to fit 5 boxes into this corner. However, and this is very important, do not place any door frames here. Otherwise you will not be able to open the TC bunker anymore. To store even more loot in the main loot room, build a twig floor off of the bunker wall, place a twig triangle floor on the other side of the wall, destroy the first floor tile and replace it with a triangle, which can be upgraded to stone. The twig outside the bunker can now be destroyed. Place a twig half wall below the wall, and add a triangle next to that shelf. This way you should be able to fit another 3 boxes. Once they are placed, destroy all twig. Your main loot room now holds 13 boxes, which should be sufficient for a solo or a duo. To open the TC bunker at this point, just jump onto the shelf and look downwards. Slowly move left and right until the roof turns blue, with the lower side facing towards you. As you can see, it can take a while to find that exact spot, so don't give up too early. To make it safer to enter and exit the base, I'd build the airlock next. Add 2 more triangle and a square foundation. Place doorways as shown. For all the open slots, I'd recommend windows to be able to check the surroundings. If you have the VP, use window frames and reinforced glass windows. If not, use metal shop fronts. Next, we're going to honeycomb the base. Before you begin, upgrade at least the foundation of the TC bunker to armored, as later you won't be able to reach it anymore. Start at the back with this triangle, which will be upgraded to sheet metal. Then build the honeycomb out of stone as shown. On the ceiling, add another sheet metal 1 by 1 to cover the roofs of the TC bunker. Then add another half-height layer of stone honeycomb above everything that is sheet metal. If the bunker is sealed, it now takes 12 rockets or 600 explosive ammo to reach main loot. Once you accumulated enough high qual, upgrade the TC bunker to armored. It should cost 151 HQM and create a daily upkeep of 27 HQM. At this point, it takes 27 rockets or 1400 explosive ammo to reach the TC and grieve you. Additional upgrades that Zedge recommends is to upgrade the walls and the ceilings just outside of the TC bunker to sheet metal. Spend another 50 high qual on upgrading the foundations to armored so that raiders won't try soft side picking. Further, you can spend another 25 high qual on the wall in front of the bunker. This allows to upgrade the bunker seal to armored as well. The rationale for spamming these extra materials is that if raiders have already blown through the doors and try to breach the bunker from there, it will take at least 15 rockets, making it more expensive than going through walls. And since most raids still happen through doors, it makes sense to strengthen this area. So far, the build has not required any blueprint and still only has a level 1 workbench. However, certain blueprints will allow to make the base stronger and more efficient. The easy upgrade is to replace all double doors by garage doors. If you intend to ultimately obtain a tier 3 workbench, replace the tier 1 with the tier 2 workbench. Once you got the tier 3, place it next to the bunker entrance. One locker fits nicely next to that workbench. A third sleeping bag can go in front of it. Another locker can fit on the opposite side. You might have to rearrange the sleeping bags though. Lockers, in case you've never used them, allow you to quickly equip a gear set. This can be extremely helpful if you just respawned and need to get back into the fight immediately. In case you get an auto turret, the triangle in front of the workbench room can be converted into an external turret pod. The garage doors can be opened and closed from above the research table, which can be useful if you get door camped. With all these modifications, nothing prevents you from using the space for the whole vibe. I hope you enjoyed Zedge's Viking design. It's a truly compact little gem. As always, may it bring you safely through the wipe. Until then, Evil Wurst out.